All right, it's Friday night. I finished work. So I am going to I'm going to cut my hair because there are a few things that are just a little bit disrespectful, and I will show you what those are and how I'm going to dress them. And I also hope that I can give you some tips and pointers. Ooh, my hands are so dry. On how we can cut our hair. So I will check the intro and I'll be right back. I love this shape right here of my hair, but I can always tell when it's time to go in and kind of prune or taper things, because these little dimples here, they've gotten a little disrespectful. Because they're gray, they just don't really respond well to anything. So I'm gonna fix those a little bit. I got a little piece over here that's kind of feeding into the gray hair, and I just can't stand it. If I turn to the side, can y'all see all this business going on right here? So there's a lot of tucking and patting that I'm doing right now because I just simply need to go over it. So I am going to pick my hair out, and then we're going to get started. All right, cool. Whew. All right, so this is me picked out. So when my hair starts to grow out of style, like if I go like this, you really can't tell. But if you pull everything forward, you start to see a bit of a roundness there. So I'm going to take care of that and take care of all of this. And we are going to work and talk at the same time. Now, a few things that I'm going to keep about my haircut. I like my little dimple thingies in the back. I have 3 of them. So I leave just those. And then I like my little dimples here, but not too much. I'm not going to shave them all the way down. So we're going to address all of that. So now, a few pointers. Whenever you're trying to cut your hair like this, or in this type of shape, or any type of tapering, you want to understand where your blending spots are. So I always part this out because this is the top. And since I want the top to grow out, I never really mess with the top unless I want to blend, only to blend it in with the sides. I hope that makes sense. So I just need to make sure that my part is straight. Did I get it? Let's see. I nailed it. Okay, so I'm going to take this part right here, and I am going to make sure that it's even, which it looks like it is. Even Steven. Yes, I probably could bring this in a little more. Yep. And then we are here. And I use a combination of scissors and clippers, but today, let's get that out of the way. Let me check it again and make sure I got my part straight. Yes, I'm good to go. Okay, so here we are. Let me comb it out. Now the only thing I'm going to do with the clippers is bring the sides in a little bit, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. So I got it all done here. Ooh, where are my scissors at, honey? Here they go. Okay, so this, all right, let's talk about blending zones. So this part right here, the back of your neck, the from the nape of your neck to about right here where this line hits the top of your ears. For this particular cut, that's going to be your shortest length, okay? And that short length is going to be blended into the bottom of this neck section. Does that make sense? All right. This is going to be your shortest length. It'll either be shaved all the way down or whatever, but from this point, this is where your blending is going to start. So since I am going to keep my little dimple thingies, I'm going to take my clippers with this 1-inch guard. I'm sorry, this isn't a 1-inch guard. This is a 1/2-inch guard. And all I do is I just take it. I don't have to make the parts because I do it often. And I'm going to start just going down, just to get some of that hair out of the way. All right. Just to get it out of the way. And if you notice from what I'm doing, I'm not going all the way down. I'm just taking care of that hair right there. All right. And only a little bit is coming off because I never really let my hair grow out too much since I love to cut it myself. All right. So I can feel that. So I'm going to hit it again. And I kind of use my hands to make sure that I don't go down too low. Okay, so this is the lowest point for me. I'm not going any lower than this. So we are just cutting. I promise. We are cutting. And so because I'm using this guard, and I'm going down, and this is my lowest point. Oh, I almost dropped my clippers. So you see I still have my little shag here, if that's what you want to call it, but I did trim this in. So since I'm using the guards, what I can do now is take those same guards, but this time I'm going to go up. So I'm going to start from that portion, and I'm going to go like that. Only a little bit is coming off because I just don't like this part right here. And since I want to keep my little dimples and I don't want those to be cut off, I'm going to pin those down because I'm going to deal with those jokers separately. All right. Don't I look adorable? So I want to make sure that I get it from here too. It's just a little bit. It's nothing crazy. Because again, I'm just reshaping. Alright? Same thing. I'm just going up. I'm just making that shape. A lot of hair isn't coming off. I'm just making that shape. Just a little bit at a time. Don't get too happy with this. Just take your time. You see, I'm not taking off a lot. I'm going to be using both mirrors, guys, just so I can see a little better. Okay, and I'm going to show you how the scissors come in handy. You see this little piece right here? Very disrespectful. So I want to make sure that I can get into that a little bit. Just take it down a notch or two, because it doesn't allow me to be great. I want to make sure that I pull my ear down and get that hair as well. Alright, I want to make sure I get this. Alright, now because, like I said, I'm using the guard in the opposite direction, it allows me to still, without any too much thought to it. Okay, so we got that. Now let me do a check and make sure that I got the back the way I want it. Here, let me turn to the side. What am I doing? Can you see the shape there? Alright. So just stay with me because we're still cutting. Alright. So I'm going to comb this again, and I'm going to show you how we're going to blend all of this in. I'm just shaping. Yeah, because this was a hot mess. This was a whole situation. And I can always tell when it's time for me to do something. Even if it's not a lot, I just have curls doing all types of, you know, just whatever they want to do. And y'all know I can't have that. And another thing, like, I don't like to do all of the padding and all of that other kind of stuff. Alright, so let me check and see if I got it. Now you see how this back area right here is still really thick? I'm getting ready to cut into that. I'm getting ready to cut into that because it's still just a little thick. So I'm just going to dig into it just a little bit. Still holding the pieces that I want, so those don't really come off. I mean, I don't want to cool it now, shag. I just want a few of the pieces to hang down back there. Yeah, I just want a little bit of something. And so because I'm cutting the lowest part, I'm cutting down, right? Jojo, it's not time to eat yet. You're being ridiculous. Yeah, just a little bit. I saw that shag was looking a little funky. And I said, let me get to it. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. Can y'all see how that shape is coming in? Can y'all see it from the side? I'm hoping y'all can see it from the side. Yes. Alright, so it's just cut down a little bit, and then I have my little swoop. Swoop. Alright, so now that I've done that, I can take this off now, for God's sake. This top part, I want to make sure that this part is blended in to the bottom. So I'm going to make little sections. And so watch this. So because you see this is the shortest part right here, I'm going to pull my fingers all the way to that, and then I'm going to lean my fingers out here, and all of that right there, y'all see that? Just that little bit right there, I'm cutting that. Because what I'm doing is making sure that the shortest part is blended into this top part. So you see that now? Alright, so I'm just going to continue to go around my head doing that. I'm going to make another, take another section, separate it out. I'm right here, and you'll see exactly what I mean. So here's my shortest part, right? So I'm going to stop my finger at the shortest part, and I'm going to lean my hand over, right? So the top is tucked in, and then I got this little business right here. So we are going to take, and we are cutting that off because that's not allowing us to be great. You know what I mean? See? And it blends it in. So shortest area, however short you want it here, and then you blend up. Same thing. Make another line, right? And same thing. Ooh, honey. Same thing. Shortest part right there. And then I'm going to take and come down. So what my hair does is, for some reason, it starts to grow any kind of way it wants to, right? So here, this little piece right here, that's my shortest piece. The longest piece is tucked in because I made that little slant. And this is gone now. And then look at that. You see how it blends in and it makes the shape. So I'm going to continue to do this until I get to the other side. So I'm at the back. I hope you guys can see this from the angle of my camera. I'm going to try. So from the back, and this piece is very pronounced. So here's the shortest part. I'm going to pull my whole hand out to the shortest part, and then I'm going to lean in, right? So same thing. So I don't have to have like this bird's eye view, but I can feel it. And so we are going all the way around. I'm still working my way around. That's why separating the top portion is so important, so that you can just work on your angle. That's all you're working on right now. You're not doing anything else. You are just working on your angle. So same thing. Here's my short piece. It ends up at the tip of my finger. I'm going to bring it down. And then all of this little is gone. That's gone. Oh, child, I got hair all over the place. And then it gives you the nice, you follow me? You see what's going on? I'm still working. We're working our way around. And for some reason, this side is awkward to me. So let me turn around so I can make sure that y'all see it. Ooh, Lord, child, I'm having all kinds of problems. Maybe because I'm sleepy. Okay, so same thing. Short. Right there. See where that stops? Can y'all see that? That's right there at the tip of my finger. And then I'm going to take my hand, slant it down. And this little piece of hair, it would actually look disconnected from the shorter piece because it needs to be blended in. Boom. I see it. Can y'all see it? See how I did that? All right. So what we've done is we started at the bottom. We got the length that we wanted at the bottom, and then we started working our way up. Don't just get the scissors and the clippers, child, and start cutting, because then that's how you find yourself in a situation. So if you like this particular like shape, this is how you're gonna get it. And boom. There it is. See it? See it? I see it. And it looks like I need to go check on something on this side. And take your time. Don't rush. You know what I mean? There's no need to rush. So there's my short piece. Pull it down. And see, it's not a lot that I'm cutting. I don't know why my hair does this. Like, it just seems like it just... And because I like this shape so much... when the sides grow in, I can tell because I start looking ridiculous. Okay, so are y'all with me? Do y'all see this right here? Something ain't right. I don't know what's not right, but something ain't right. So I need to find where that piece is coming from. Where did it go? Where did it go? Right here. So this particular piece, I'm going to take it and I'm going to make my part a little lower. I'm going to pin that up there. And I'm going to see if I can find the problem with this one. Might be just a little something. Might be just a little something that I just need to address. I think that's it. Let's see. So this is what I want right here. Can y'all see that? That's what I want. I want it to look like that. That shape right there with the little piece at the bottom. So now I'm going to deal with these disrespectful edges. Because they're gray, I mean, it is horrific. I mean, there is not a gel or anything that can contain them. So I'm just going to clip that. Clip that. Right? So it's not all over the place. All I'm really doing is neatening everything up. I'm going to take and I'm going to go around this ear. because that was a hot mess as well. And I'm just going to cut into this just a little bit because it was just too disrespectful. Same thing here. I'm just going to get the scissors and cut. Alright, and then I'm going to get this piece right here and try to lay it down, which you see that it's not really cooperating. I don't have time for this right now. I really don't. So let's put that baby on an angle like that. And then let's cut into it. And another thing I have to do with these sides is make sure that it's not like the same length, because then it turns into one big curl. And I don't like that. There we go. Yeah, I don't like the one big curl thing. Doesn't work for me. I'll be walking around here looking crazy as hell. Like I'm, what am I, Amish or something. Okay. Another thing I also have to do is to kind of just make sure that these little sideburns are kind of isolated, because if this hair here is into the gray, it is just a mess. So that's all I'm doing is cleaning up. All right. So now, here we are, darling. So now, the only thing left to do, just simply because I want to keep the top long, is I just have to blend or make sure that it's blended with the rest. So I always make a part here. Okay. So now I'm going to work with each side separately. So let's pin this down. Let's get this little back piece right here. And let's get our comb. I always use a big comb for this to make sure that this and this is lining up. Ooh, these little ends right here needed to go anyway, child. Ooh, they needed to go. Thank God. Good riddance. Those look kind of rough. Alright. So I got that. That's going to stand up. When I tell y'all that I have hair everywhere. Everywhere. And then I have this little long piece in the back. So I really don't want, I mean in the front, I'm sorry. I don't want to look, y'all know I have a permanent part right here that is just beyond disrespectful. What is going on? Okay, so this little piece right here, I just want to make sure that it's going to blend nicely with this one. So remember when we were cutting the hair before and I said the smaller piece goes at the bottom? I mean the shorter piece. So this is the shortest piece. This is the longer piece. I'm making the same little curve. I'm going to curve that sucker all the way down to the cows come home, honey. And this is the part that needs to be clipped. So that now this will blend with that. Y'all with me? Same formula. Whenever my daughter is doing math, I always tell her to stick with the formula. Now I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I want to make sure that this piece right here is blending. Alright, so let's take that and let's pull that back. Make sure I ain't got no craziness going on. So see, I got my hand flipped differently. And I'm angling it still. Shortest piece here. And then we are cutting. Just to make sure all of that is blended in. I really, really, really don't like to take hair off the top. Let's pin that down. Now let's go and let's work with this little piece right here. Like, this is like a whole situation when I'm doing this. Whew. Same thing here. You can do it either way. But I want this to blend. So this is my shortest piece. And then I'm going to make just a little tilt. Bring it in. And this is the only thing that's going. So now I should be good. Houston, I should have liftoff. I like my little piece in the front, so I'm not going to bother that. Y'all see that? This piece right here is deceiving. I need to do something with it. I'm going to try to make this video as short as I possibly can, guys. So you're not stuck with me for too long. Y'all know I can be a mess. I'm just taking this. And I'm just literally doing the same thing all over my head. That's it. Just so that everything can blend in. So now, everything is where I need it to be. I have hair everywhere. Down. Alright. So this is it. This is who we are. This is where we are. So what I'm getting ready to do now is I'm going to wash my hair. I'm going to condition it. And when do I need to shave my arms? I do. I'm going to wash it. I'm going to condition it. And when it's dry and when I do it tomorrow, I'm going to hop back in front of the camera so that you can see the finished results. And then hi guys. We're back. So I just cleaned it up just a little bit. Ooh, my hands are dry again. I wash my hands so much that they get really dry. So, do you remember how the sideburns were very disrespectful? Well, now they're laying down very nicely. I do have a little bit of gel in there just to hold them, but it's not like hard. Like I can pull it up. It's not hard. It's not like stuck to my head. I don't like my edges stuck to my head. But yeah, this is it. This is where we are. I took care of my back area. Can y'all see that? Curls. Now they're behaving properly. Little curls right here in the front. As always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you guys sticking with me. Hopefully this video helps you if you are on the path to cutting your own hair. And it's really not that bad once you do it and you get into a habit and a system. It's really not that hard. I hope I helped you on your journey. Remember to like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. I will see you guys next Friday. Thank you.